Still looking at me.
Good afternoon, folks. Mighty here, and welcome back again to another reaction video. Earlier today, I got a message from Shadow and asked the question, do I remember that little angry Miz Girl, the one that gave a one hell of an expression when it comes to him? Yes, I do. It's such a long time ago, and it just so happens that I got a request from him and that I should react to what happened to the angry Miz Girl, which is part of the WWE Infamous Fans from WrestleMania. Well, I got nothing else to do, so why not? Because I am curious to know whatever happened to that girl and just to see what she's been doing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. If you're new to this content, all you have to do is click that little bell and you get a notification from yours truly, the Reaction Man, for reaction, gaming, music, streaming, and anime. And if you have any requested videos that you want me to react, I'll be more happy to do so for the sake of entertainment. But most of all, this is me just doing my best to bring the entertainment just for you guys. So without further ado, it's time to react.
Oh my! Brock Lesnar! Over the years, there have been a number of WWE fans that have become infamous thanks to their passion and love for the promotion.
Yeah.
How they attain this notoriety is usually thanks to them being at ringside for various shows and them having a distinct appearance that makes them stand out amongst the fans. A fan may also be immortalized thanks to them having an amazing reaction to a historic WWE moment.
Epic.
And this reaction probably then gets replayed or memed for years to come. But which ones were they, and where are they now? Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 8 infamous WWE fans and find out where they are now. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 1. Shocked WrestleMania 30 guy. WrestleMania 30 was notable for a lot of reasons. The main reason being that the WWE finally decided to shock the world
between Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker.
21-0 WrestleMania winning streak.
Oh, okay. And that instantly shocked the world.
Brock Lesnar in an incredibly underwhelming match. After numerous F5s, the streak was over and fans across the world were absolutely stunned. The reaction to the match finish was nothing like you've ever seen in a WWE match. It resulted in shock and silence as fans had no idea how to process what they just saw. One fan whose reaction went viral was Meth. And for those of you who don't know, this was the shocked fan who stood up and looked like he had just seen a ghost.
Literally, I could tell.
A huge wrestling meme and became so popular that he would even get verified on Twitter. Jeez, not even I'm verified on Twitter. Oh yeah, I only got 9k followers. Consider following me. Speaking to WWE.com, Ellis would discuss his reaction to the streak ending. He stated, "I was actually rooting for Brock Lesnar. For the past few years, I've been rooting against the streak. I rooted for Triple H, who is my favorite wrestler. I rooted for CM Punk, but I never expected any of them would win. I knew Undertaker would win. Somehow, some way, Undertaker always wins. So with Brock in my head, I didn't think it would actually happen, you know? When it happened, my mind was stopped. It was like, oh my god, what happened? I just witnessed history." Now these days, Ellis owns a digital marketing business and still seems to be a huge wrestling fan. Number 2. Felicia Rose.
Who?
Felicia Rose is one of the most infamous WWE fans of all time.
Oh wow, I
However,
can't believe that she actually said the F word.
Negative reasons. Now, we previously mentioned that she did get kicked out twice, but that seems to be incorrect, thanks to a tweet. She did mention that she held a Face Fuck Me Finn sign at NXT Brooklyn 2015, but she actually got kicked out the Raw after SummerSlam 2018 with no sign in hand. Thanks for the correction. Now we'll assume that she got kicked out for bad behavior, as why else would you get kicked out of a show?
Obviously.
Whatever this behavior was unclear,
And
but the show indicates that the female fan was doing nothing other than heavily booing Roman Reigns during his main event showdown against Finn Balor. Now, it appears from Rose's social media that she is now a wrestling manager on the independent scene.
Really?
And even has her own merchandise on PWTs.
Really?
Number 3, Green Shirt Guy.
Wow.
Some fans become famous in the wrestling world by simply attending lots of shows and being at ringside on numerous occasions. This has been the case with Green Shirt Guy, as he's been at ringside for numerous shows throughout the years and has attained a niche fan base on social media. There is speculation that he's actually related to a WWE official, which is how he gets his front row tickets for a lot of shows, but this has never been confirmed. Now, it's hard to work out what Green Shirt Guy does for a living based on his social media, as 100% of his posts are focused on wrestling. He simply may be just a WWE superfan with a large disposable income. Number 4, Vladimir. Vladimir the Superfan was a fan that would continuously appear in the crowds at WWE shows throughout the 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay.
He was so well known as a superfan that he would even have his very own Internet Movie Database page.
Oh.
This reports that Vladimir had connections in WWE which allowed him to attend the shows and attain great seats so frequently. However, as WWE entered the 2000s, his appearance dipped off and he cut back on the amount of shows that he was appearing at. Vladimir runs a Facebook page where he posts photos if he ever attends modern wrestling shows, and in 2017 he became an official US citizen. Number 5, Izzy.
Good for him.
Izzy first rose to prominence thanks to being a super fan of Bayley during Bayley's NXT days. Izzy was a young girl who always dressed in Bayley merchandise and would always receive a hug from Bayley as she would make her entrance. As Sasha Banks famously made Izzy cry during Sasha's match against her at NXT TakeOver Respect, in an incident which seemingly just made Izzy even more famous.
What's this during
She then began to take
NXT?
independent bookings and even wrestled. This despite her being just a child, which received mixed reviews from fans online. Izzy at one stage was going to be the face of an NXT kids show that was going to launch back in 2018, and it was even taped, but unfortunately it never aired. She stated, "I really don't know why it never happened. I was excited about it. It was going to be awesome and different. It was going to be different because it was going to bring in more of a kid crowd. It may happen soon, I hope it does. I don't want to give too much away, but it was a lot of fun doing it. They had me doing a mix of stuff from interviewing, some small segments, but I don't want to give too much away in case they do air it one day." Number 6, Angry Miz Girl.
There we go, here it is.
Angry Miz Girl became a meme overnight.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, The Miz is the new WWE champion.
She did not like him at all.
Is now 20, and a Reddit user managed to interview her and ask what she's been up to since she turned into a wrestling meme. Well, I'm currently 20 and I'm taking off a year from college to try and figure out what I want to do in the future. I work 2 jobs as a sales associate in my hometown. I eventually want to move out of Florida and somewhere up north where it's colder. I'm not really up to anything crazy, just trying to figure out life at the moment. Number 7, Rick Akberger. Rick is known by almost every WWE fan. He wears a red hat and blue shirt, and he attends up to 50 shows per year. He is known by fans as either the sign guy or the red hat guy. He is notable for creating witty yet humorous signs, and he usually brings around 20 different signs to each show. Rick has appeared on WWE television on a number of occasions, and was even a member of the Yes Movement when Daniel Bryan took over Raw in 2014. He also appeared on Deal or No Deal, and he would choose box number 23 as it was the number of that year's WrestleMania.
I didn't get to see that. I didn't watch that. Damn.
I'm gonna walk away a winner.
He managed to win $106,000 on the show, and his appearance would feature cameos from John Cena, Edge, Randy Orton, and Bobby Lashley, which just shows how much of a big fan he really is. And whenever possible, Rick still continues to attend shows throughout the year, and he is very active and vocal
I do
on
recall
social
I
media
did
in relation
see him
to
on
WWE
SmackDown maybe last week.
Number 8, Brock Lesnar Guy. Brock Lesnar Guy rose to notoriety when he mimicked Brock Lesnar's entrance upon Lesnar's return to WWE in 2012.
Brock Lesnar.
Following this, he would appear at more and more shows in exactly same clothing, so that he stood out amongst the crowd. He has received criticism online for trying to take over the show and make the show about himself rather than the wrestlers. Brock Lesnar Guy is extremely active on social media, where he regularly posts about WWE and their storylines, as well as sharing pictures of him at ringside on a regular basis. He's attained almost 50,000 followers on Twitter, meaning that he is one of the most followed WWE superfans in the entire world. But there you have it, guys. 8 of WWE's most infamous fans, and asking where they are now. Are there any more fans who should belong on this list? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and we'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Wow. That Brock Lesnar guy is really something. I mean, a lot of followers. I'm not sure if I can compete something like that. Well, at least now we know what the angry Miz Girl has been doing, or her name is Kaylee. So she's doing good. So that's awesome to, excuse me, that is awesome to hear. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe one day that I could go to be in at the live to see all the superstars, but I seriously doubt if that's ever going to happen, and that's going to be very unfortunate, because I heard the news that SummerSlam may be in jeopardy, that it likely is going to go back to Thunderdome. I hope that and pray that it's not going to be true, but it's very likely. But we'll just see what's going to happen. But other than that, it is very entertaining just to see all the fans, and especially Felicia Rose. I mean, wow. I don't know how or why I did not see that, and well, now I get to see what made her that being infamous for, because yeah, you cannot say the F word out in the crowd, let alone just basically just rooting, because yeah, you will get kicked out. But I never knew that she's now a wrestling manager. That's really surprising. Wow. Yeah, maybe I should look up a little bit more with her, seeing her promos. Well, unless if you have any requests about that, I can take a look and see how impressive that is. But I digress that. So I believe that's going to be it for right now. But if you guys enjoyed that, and if so, let's leave it a likes, and also leave a comments down below. And also, Shadow, thank you so much for showing me this. Yeah. There are a lot of rememberable moments from pay-per-view events. And yes, I do remember just the ideal and the thoughts of that Undertaker's streak would end, that instantly just shocked the world. I mean, as if time froze. That is really alarming, and nobody didn't expect this at all. So I do remember it very much, and I instantly remember all the events. But that talk will be for another time. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and most of all, be blessed. Mighty signing out.